Got a tough loss to Cal State San Marcos tonight. When you look at the stats, turnovers, of course, stand out. 14 in the first half, and that's got to hurt in an effort when you're trying to come from behind all the time.
Yeah, no question, Todd. We had 40 turnovers in 2 games, and we lose last night. One possession game by 3, and of course, lose by 2 tonight. A one possession game. Last night we gave up a bunch of offensive rebounds. Tonight we gave up 14. So it's tough to win ball games when the other team has so many extra possessions. So something we have to address, and foul trouble hurt us tonight too. Rotation played smaller, yeah, very very disappointing to get tagged with 2 close losses in our 2 home openers in a really good tournament. Really exciting for Concordia. Being new to D2. This is just the second, Division II men's basketball tournament we've hosted, and really pleased with, the Oxford Suites Portland, who helped us, with rooms and our administrative staff. So just the disappointing component is not getting 2 wins, but really thankful for so many people's great work behind the scenes.
This is the type of event that quite often you had to go on the road to participate in. Can you explain a little bit further the significance of having it here at home and what it means to the development of the program?
Oh, it's just, that's why the losses are so hard to take, because, when you get a chance to have home games, scheduling is really, really difficult. We had to go on the road last year to play at Cal State San Marcos and at Cal State Los Angeles over Thanksgiving weekend, to get them to come back, and you do the home and home. And, Northwest Nazarene, we went to their tournament last year where we won 2 games, and they returned the favor. So, so when you get the opportunity to have the tournament at your place, it's, you hope to win, and, obviously it's very disappointing, to lose by 2 games by a total of 5 points.
As you mentioned, with rotations, you really had to shuffle some guys in and out, little contributions from a variety of players. And, to be honest, the biggest contribution off the bench tonight, Hunter Sweet with a career-high 29.
Hunter's, he was obviously a starter for us a bunch last year as a freshman, and he started the first ball game for us. He actually had tweaked his ankle a little bit, and, we took him out of the lineup the second night on the road down at San Bernardino, and when we beat Cal State Monterey Bay, and we inserted Don Bradley, and, he had a double-double and has played well. And, it was kind of the reverse tonight. Dom got foul trouble and struggled, and Hunter came in and played marvelous. And it was great to see. It was great to see. He's a really good player, and he just needs a little more help tonight. But we shot it well. I thought we did some good things defensively. Number 21, Fuller was just a load. We knew that we were going to have to stop him, and I thought we did some good things. For the most part, rotated different people on him.
But a former D1 post player who has that experience and that talent.
He's 6'6" and about 250, and quick feet and post. He's hard to get around and uses his body well, and I was really pleased with the play all weekend of Daniel Thiessen. He's done some good things for us,
and things that don't often show up on the stat sheet too.
Yeah, Daniel's super smart and plays really hard, and part of the journey is when you have so many new guys, is everybody's starting to figure out, okay, this is probably going to be my role. I might have to wait till next year to get on the court, and that's all part of the process. And we certainly are going through some of that here as we start. But these young men are, we're very blessed to have them at Concordia. I always feel like, the greatest joy that I have is, working with young men and helping them grow. And part of the growing process is adversity and going through that. And I feel like, this weekend was certainly, we had some adversity. We're going to grow, we're going to learn and get better because of it.
Thanksgiving weekend now and on to the Bay Area for a couple of schools. Tell us a little bit about the teams that you'll face down there.
Yeah, honestly, Todd, I haven't done a thing on either team yet. I haven't even looked at their rosters. I looked at them, way back at the start of the year. But we'll start diving into that. We were so focused on this weekend, and it's a tournament at Notre Dame University, and we play Holy Names first, and Notre Dame the next night, the tournament host. And again, we'll get Notre Dame back up here next year in a tournament, so that'll be exciting to have them.
You talked about some of the young players on the team, and you get a little extra tutelage on the bench this year, and folks who even know just a little bit about basketball in the state of Oregon would know about Barry Adams for all the contributions he's made. Talk a little bit about them, and how in the heck did you get him to join your staff?
Well, Coach Adams is a longtime friend, a mentor. Early on in my college career, 30 years ago, I was an assistant at Mount Hood Community College and was working Camp Cascade, which is the camp that Coach Adams started, along with Lytle Cowell and Gleason Eakin. And they celebrated their 50th anniversary as a camp. Coach Adams is no longer owns the camp. He sold it several years ago, but the people that run the camp are all former campers, and the people that own it, all former campers involved with it. So he and I got to go up to camp this summer for the 50th anniversary and spend time together. But he's an extraordinary basketball mind. He had open heart surgery this summer, had a valve replacement, and it was pretty tough on him. And he just said, I was really excited about the chance to come and work with you and be part of the staff at Concordia. At one time he was the all-time winningest high school coach in Oregon high school basketball history, and then he was a special assistant at Portland State for 6 years. Mm-hmm. And so convinced him to come over, and he's great in practice, and the players call him the Mr. Miyagi of Concordia basketball. Wax on, wax off. Yeah. But I know he's unbelievable, and I mean, obviously he's just one of a great staff that I have, the best staff that and the most coaches that I've had on our coaching staff, and they all part-time and work super hard for not a lot of remuneration, a lot of hours that goes into it. So it's really exciting to have that help.
Yeah, I was gonna say you must have some great inducements going, but it's interesting too to watch your young men interact with a Hall of Fame coach and listen and learn from him, and even to see the conferences that the two of you have.
Yeah, well, he calls me virtually every day, has some thoughts about practice and just great insight. And, I feel like he just sees things differently. He's been there and done that. And so, he loves the game. He doesn't ever talk about this, but he played 3 sports at OCE, Oregon College of Education, now known as Western Oregon University. But he was football, baseball, and track. Didn't actually play hoops, but that's what he started out. Interesting fact about Coach Adams is that he taught with Kyle Nelson, our head athletic trainer. Kyle's dad was a longtime teacher at Nestucca High School on the Oregon coast, and that's where Coach Adams got his first coaching job way back in 1956, I believe. So